Titan fans, I just want to say thank you for the greatest 8 years of my life, the ups and the downs. Y'all been there for everything, through the adversity, watching me grow as a person and a player, always supporting me. I love y'all. I love seeing the 22s in the stadium. Hopefully I was an inspiration to all the young kids and everybody in the community. Just thank y'all so much. Man, God is good, and tighten up, baby.
Nothing left to be said. Ladies and gentlemen, Derrick Henry, the King.
Hey y'all, it's X, and welcome to my Tennessee Titans Madden 24 franchise. So there's a couple of things I have to go over before we actually jump in. So first, yes, I did choose to start at the Super Bowl week. I thought about it a lot, right? Because I didn't know if I wanted to replay the 2023 season. You guys could actually get to know like the current team as is before we go into like this new era of Titans. But I ended up realizing was it just wouldn't be fair because I would know things that like you wouldn't have known at the beginning of the season. Like nobody really knew Derrick Henry was not going to be the same Derrick Henry that we saw. So yes, while I could go into the season planning to trade him and get value, that's not what's going to happen in real life, and he's just going to get let go for free. Will Levis, he got his shot to start. He still has some question marks. A lot of people were very impressed. I was not. I was never really the biggest Will Levis guy, but we'll get more into that when we go into looking at the team. And the other problem was just like, do I want to start off the rebuild, or not the rebuild, but like the franchise by just already having rookies in? And at the end of the day, I decided I would rather just start at the end of this season, realizing what the Titans know now, and now there's like no going back in a sense. We're not going back in time. We're moving forward from where we are now and figuring things out from where the Titans currently are in real life, figuring out what's going on with this team. All right. So the next thing is, in terms of rookies, right, Madden auto-generated classes are fine, right? And I already said going into this that I was not going to use real-life players because I would rather save that for my rebuilds, where I get to show those players off, and next Madden, I would rather do a franchise with, like, the new rookies and stuff. So if whatever team drafts Marvin Harrison Jr., I might think of doing them. And I don't want to have to have already, quote-unquote, done them already in Madden 23, if that makes sense. What's the other thing? Oh, so with that being said, I didn't want to use regular Madden 23 like draft class or Madden 24 draft classes because I feel like they don't have enough like depth to them. Like yes, you can find some solid value later in the draft, but it's always the same positions. It's always late round outside linebackers. It's always late round running backs. It's always late round corners. I shouldn't say late round, but like second round corners that you can always get. It gets very repetitive, where the top player in the class is always a cornerback, right? So I didn't really want to have that kind of situation. So what I did was I just went through, I spent like an hour just looking for custom draft classes that people made. I took a look at some of them. I did not look at all of the overalls. I didn't look at any dev traits, so whatever those people made it is what they made it. But I did want to make sure that the classes were like balanced enough so I'm not like going into it drafting an 87 overall. It's just going to transform my team immediately. I'm fine with some high 80s, and I don't remember which draft class it is, and I'm not going to check, but I did see one draft class that had like a really high overall player in it. But the thing I like about these custom draft classes is people take into account like late round gems, and people with like really high potential but might have a really low injury rating. Somebody who's like 84 overall in the 5th round, but they have like 78 injuries, so it's like, are they ever going to play? Who knows, right? So that's what I ended up going with. So we can take a look at the prospects now. This is the draft class that I imported. I don't remember who created it. If I can find it, I will go give credit where credit is due, but I'm not going to remember this off the top of my head. So this is what it's looking like. We'll get into my plans with the team, but as you can see, there's some pretty cool players in here, like a 6'4", 264 running back. Could be my Derrick Henry replacement. Some decent receivers. We'll get more in depth with that later on. That's not what's really important right now. The other thing is, like I said, this is a full gameplay franchise. This is not simulation. So for all my rebuild fans out there, this is not what this is. This is a game by game. We're playing through each game. It's going to be hell because I hate Madden gameplay, and yeah, it should be fun to, you guys are going to get to see me rage a lot. I'm going to quit a lot of recordings and have to come back and replay the games. I swear, it's so annoying. So the other thing is, starting from the Super Bowl, I should have said this in the beginning, but starting from the Super Bowl allows me to have the current day stats. So you could see who won MVP, I think. It's a good question. I wonder if they have awards in here. No, they don't. So, like, Lamar Jackson really won MVP, but they're going to give it to Dak Prescott. Tyreek Hill. Wow, Christian McCaffrey didn't even win Offensive Player of the Year. But yeah. At least I have, like, the real-life stats in here. I don't have, like, dev trait regression on or anything like that. Madden is really broken with how they handle that, so I am thinking of, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you agree with it, giving myself, like, my own upgrade system. So, like, yes, we'll go with whatever Madden does, and I did boost the XP sliders just to make, because this isn't going to be, like, a 10-year franchise, but maybe, like, it's going to be a while. So I would hope to get, like, 5 seasons in, but that's a lot of gameplay. You guys got to think about that. So it's probably going to be one game per episode, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to say or get out of the way before we start? No, I don't think so. Alright, so let's go over the team. First off, this team did make a new head coaching hire. They hired Brian Callahan, who was previously the Cincinnati Bengals offensive coordinator. So I am going to be making this realistic. I am going to be using Cincinnati's offensive playbook. And with this, because it's a gameplay franchise, I'm not allowing myself to change playbooks unless I hire a new coordinator. That's one of the challenges that I'm having for myself is, like, I know what, like, I love the Ravens playbook, and I could hire an offensive coordinator who fits that scheme, and I could draft a quarterback if I wanted to, and figure that stuff out, but I'm not doing that unless I hire a new coordinator. So, we'll go with that. And I'm also probably going to rock out with Cincinnati playbook anyways, because I am the head coach, and my quote-unquote playbook is Cincinnati from where he came from. He's an offensive coach, so maybe defensively we'll focus on something else. What else? I'm trying to think. I think that's all that really matters for that type of stuff. So let's jump into what the current state of the team is. Right now, at Super Bowl week, I did force the win for Kansas City. Don't worry about it, so they will win no matter what. But Will Levis, right? He is the biggest... Is he the biggest question mark on the team? He probably is. Is he the franchise quarterback, right? So the problem with him is he is 24 years old, going to be 25 going into next year, if I'm correct. But he has some really solid tools, man. Big arm, 94 throw power, pretty solid accuracies. He's not bad. And he's also agile enough, right? 80 speed isn't terrible. But he's pretty solid, right? But the problem is he's 74 overall. He's already 24 years old. Yes, the progression sliders have been changed, regression sliders as well. So positions like quarterback and offensive line won't regress as heavily as receiver and running back. Running backs regress really hard in this, by the way. I make it really hard to have, like, running backs past 28. So kind of close to what real life is, where it's like if you have a 26-year-old running back, you're not re-signing them. After, you would probably sign them with, like, a 2-year deal. But yeah, Will Levis is, like, the biggest question mark on this team. Is he the franchise guy? I'm not sure. Am I going to give him a chance? Yes. I've set my mind on that. I think the Titans are fine with him right now at quarterback, and I don't think that they're going to go in another direction. So for at least year one of, like, our franchise, we are going to go with him. His stats weren't amazing in the real 2023 season, which is what we have. He had, like, 1,800 yards, 8 touchdowns to 4 picks. He was okay. Derrick Henry, I am letting walk. I'm not going to trade him. I'm not going to franchise tag him. I'm not going to re-sign him. He has said his goodbyes to Tennessee. He posted that he's basically gone. He said his thank yous, all of that. Derrick Henry is not a Tennessee Titan in 2024. So, what does that mean? Tyjae Spears is solid, right? My fear with Tyjae Spears is that he's not a 3-down running back, and he played really well this season, but I think that's because he split carries with Derrick Henry. So what I would prefer to do is to draft a 3-down running back to replace Derrick Henry, which could be that huge running back that we saw in the draft, and just let him split carries with Tyjae Spears, and they can kind of just be like a 1-2 punch like these two were before. Receiver. You have DeAndre Hopkins, who, if Derrick Henry is walking, I think I'm going to look to move him. I don't even know what his contract is, to be honest, and what they signed him to. So he's got 2 years left, which means we could just move him in the offseason, try and send him to a contender, because this team is rebuilding. Yes, it would be good to give Will Levis... Come on, why are we not loading? Yes, it would be good to give Will Levis, like, a solid receiver to help him develop. But at the same time, I'm not 100% on moving D-Hop right now, but at the same time, like, he is, 31 years old? Not the same athlete as he used to be. He's definitely great at catching the ball with that 99 spectacular catch. You can definitely throw him some jump balls and he'll come down with them. He's a great route runner as well. So we'll consider it for year one. I might try and trade him at midseason, try and get some value for him, send him to a contender. But he'll only have 1 year left on his deal, so I don't even know how much value I'm going to get for him. Behind him, you have Treylon Burks, who you really, really hope can develop into something. He had an injury-riddled season last year, did not have a great rookie year. He just... Yeah, you just gotta hope that he can be a good complementary receiver to somebody, which means that this team just needs to draft a wide receiver one. I don't know if I'm gonna look to do that in this offseason, because looking at the offensive line, we have some very big decisions to make in terms of who we're keeping, because it's young, but it's not good. That's the problem. But yeah, Treylon Burks, we're gonna see. We're gonna see with him. In terms of offensive line, Nicholas Frere, he's a rookie, or no, he's not a rookie, this is his second year. He's not great, but you can hope to develop him. Yeah, Aaron Brewer, not the biggest fan of him, but he's also young, 25 years old. Solid enough for now. And then they just signed Andre Dillard too, or they didn't just sign him, but they signed him in the previous offseason because he was like a solid backup for the Eagles. Yeah, he's not that good, and it was not worth the contract. I actually think they paid him a decent amount of money, too. Yeah, he's making $10 million per year next year, and then $13 million the year after, so probably going to try and move him at some point, but right now he's a starting left tackle. And then the kind of glue holding it together is Peter Skoronski. Rookie this year, had a solid rookie year. I was not the biggest Skoronski fan. I think a lot of people were like overrating him a lot. Like, for somebody who came out as a tackle, but I knew going into the draft he profiled better as a guard. I thought he could be a solid tackle, and I believe the Titans did try him at tackle at the beginning of the year, but the rest of the offensive line is so bad that it's really hard for him to develop as a tackle. So my plans are probably to keep him at guard, because I think he could be an elite level guard. But I don't think that was worth taking as high as they did last season, so that is my opinion. Tight end, you have Chigakonkwo. I'm not going to try and pronounce his full name. That is Chigakonkwo. He's solid, very good athlete. Like, he's a freak athlete. I shouldn't even put that as an understatement. He's crazy fast. I'd like to develop him. He's a little bit undersized, so maybe I would like to pair him with another tight end in the future who's a little bit taller and more of a jump ball guy. And maybe Chigakonkwo could be like that second guy, and we can run some 2 tight end sets maybe in the future. Daniel Brunskill, he's kind of old. He's just kind of here. 29 years old, yeah, he's fine. But he is invited to the cookout. Yo, if you saw what his wife looked like, bro, she is fine. Anyways, to the defense, right? On the defensive line, we have Jeffrey Simmons. He's a monster. He is not going anywhere. I don't even know. Do I have to re-sign him? Did he already get signed? I don't know if I have to worry about re-signing him in this. Yeah, no, he got his mega deal already. 5-year deal, $42 million total. Wait, total salary? Oh, yeah. $42 million total in salary. He's going to be amazing, right? I don't know what this defensive scheme ends up looking like, because the problem is he's really a defensive tackle, and that's where I'd like to play him in the future. He's not a nose tackle, though. He's such a freak athlete, bro. Like, he's 6'4", 305, but he could definitely be like an edge rusher. It's kind of weird. Not in this scheme. He's definitely not like an outside linebacker, but he's amazing. I really want him to be like the guy for us, right? You have Danico Autry, Marlon Davidson. Yeah, he was solid coming out of Auburn, but he never really developed, so we'll see with him. Danico Autry is also just really old, so I think he's a free agent. I might just let him walk. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. In terms of corners, this is like the most promising part of the defense. Roger McCreary is developing really, really well. I almost want to give him star dev, but I'll make him earn it. If the game thinks he's normal, it's fine. He was just really good for the Titans last year, and I think he's playing really well in the scheme. But that's not the same scheme anymore because their defensive coordinators now on the Giants, which I'm pretty happy about. Because hopefully that coordinator can help like develop Tay Banks, but it's not about the Giants right now. Sean Murphy Bunting, he's a free agent. I'm probably gonna look to re-sign him. Another solid corner we have on this team, like him a lot. And then we also have got a burp. Okay. And we also have Caleb Farley, really solid athlete. He had some personal issues last year, so he did not play at all last season. If you don't know what happened, you can go do your research on that. I'm not going to talk about that here. But really unfortunate for him, but I really still have high hopes for him. I think he could be a good cornerback. The problem with him is just injuries, as he has 74 injury, right? So he's going to be hurt a lot. But he's a really good athlete. He just hasn't had the time to develop in the league yet, so we're going to keep him, try and mold him into a good corner, see how it goes. In terms of safeties, you have Elijah Molin. I think they traded for Kayvon Wallace in that Kevin Byard trade. Both of them are okay. Elijah Molden's pretty young, so I'm probably going to look to develop him. He's 24 years old. Try and look to develop him for now. Maybe draft a replacement in this draft even. I'm not leaving that off the table. Amani Hooker I like a lot. I feel like he's been like 21 years old for the past 8 years. He's 25. But I really feel like he's been in the league for like forever. Only 4 years, but it just felt like a long time. They also have Terrell Edmonds, who they got from the Steelers, I want to say, or maybe the Eagles. Yeah, maybe they got Wallace and Edmonds from that Kevin Byard trade. Because wasn't Edmonds on the Steelers or the Eagles? Probably. He doesn't have the biggest role in the league. He's more of like a linebacker, in my opinion. Kind of undersized. Like 6'1", 217 is not that big, but probably could be a box safety for us. We'll figure it out with him. In terms of linebackers, in this case edge rushers, you have Harold Landry, who is 27. He's talented, but he's just so on and off. Like, he's not somebody that you want to be like building your team around, especially at the point where he is now 27 years old. So we'll see with him. He's definitely going to be here next year, but I don't know what his contract is, because depending on that could change a lot of things. Yeah, he has a pretty big contract. They must have like just paid him. So we'll see with him. We also have Arden Key, not really much to say there. Aziz Al-Shire is pretty solid. Jack Gibbons I like, he's pretty young as well. Yeah, 24 years old. Not the greatest athlete in the world at all, but he's very technically sound, so we like that a lot. Other than that, that's pretty much the entire team. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I'm missing. Like, Tashawn Gibson they got from the Bears, he's fine. Christian Fulton's on this team, he's not amazing. Kyle Phillips is here. I like him as a slot option, but he's nothing crazy as well. Oh, Malik Willis. Man, if he wasn't a 64, I would let him compete for the starting job because of how good he is as an athlete, and he has a good arm as well. I just wish that the Titans really gave him a chance, and they didn't, but he was like a third-round rookie 2 years ago now, so project on him is probably out. I'm not even going to get value for him because he's a 64 overall. I don't even think he has any tags, so yeah, no. If he had like QB of the future, I'd try and get some value for him, but I just don't think we're going to be able to. Oh yeah, Ryan Tannehill's a free agent. Might re-sign him actually if he gets the mentor tag. I don't think he has it now, but he could get it. So he's also just not a bad backup quarterback to have to mentor Will Levis. So that's basically it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see you guys at the offseason. We're going to look at who we have to re-sign and all that stuff. And yeah, we're going to go from there. All right, so we're hit the offseason. What is cut day? In the offseason? There's a cut day in the offseason? I guess I have to cut 4 people. I'll just cut these guys. I've never seen this. Is this like a new thing? There's an off-season cut period? Why would I need to have the roster down by the off-season? Makes no sense. Whatever. Let's handle staff. So, this team hasn't hired a DC yet, so I am going to treat it like they just don't have one, and I'm just going to hire my own. And in terms of offensive coordinators, I believe they did just hire one. Nick Holtz. Who is he? Oh, Denard Wilson was their defensive coordinator. Denard Wilson, I was right the first time. He was from the Ravens last year, and they run a 3-4. So we are going to stay in a 3-4. We'll go disguise 3-4. Why not? But that means I do need to fire the coordinator again and sign a new one. I can still do it, I think. I don't think it actually matters. It's just going to be slightly annoying because I think there's probably just less candidates. Sorry, Jason Collins. He got the job and immediately lost it. So, let's go to DC. Who do I like here? Is anybody with the disguise 3-4? Oh, I don't want to see. Can I get it like at a DB guru? That would be great. Defensive line, zone secondary, man secondary. But you're 4-3. I need DB guru. He's in 4-6, which is, I think, a 4-3 essentially. What is Clyde Holland? Acceleration, player jumping, zone. Yeah, he doesn't get man coverage. He does get linebacker guru. Which is good, though, because that will help the edge rushers. So, yeah, we're going to hire this guy. Clyde Holland. Welcome to the team. Alright. So, that's good. Hired our actual new DC. And that's fine. So, we're staying in a 3-4 because Denard Wilson, he came from the Ravens, so we're going to be using his playbooks. So, Cincinnati, because that's what Callahan came from. Super hyper realistic. That's what I'm kind of going for here. So, free agent time. Derrick Henry, I already said he's walking. We're not even going to talk about him. Goodbye. Have fun getting a ring. Sean Murphy-Bunting, he's 27. We have a lot of money to work with. So I think a 1-year deal for Sean Murphy-Bunting worth like 8. I could be cool with that. Great. Sean Murphy-Bunting's back for next year. To be really good, just keep our cornerback room alive. Caleb Farley, picking up his 5th-year option. I definitely want to bring him back. Travis Gibson can walk. Azeez Al-Shire, I definitely want back. Same deal for him. I think I'll give him like a 2-year deal. Worth like 6. Great. Azeez Al-Shire's back. Terrell Edmonds, I'm not against bringing back. And we have the money to. Sign him for a 1-year deal. Great. He's back. Let's see. Jack Gibbons, I definitely want to bring back. I can give you like a 3-year deal. It's not that expensive. It can be a depth piece at the worst. It's kind of flying through these. Christian Fulton, I think I'm good on. Aaron Brewer, I kind of have to bring back. Worst case, he ends up being a guard for us. So 3-year deal for him. I don't love it, but kind of got to deal with it. Kayvon Wallace, he's interested in coming back. I guess like a 2-year deal just to be some depth for us is fine. Who else here? Marlon Davidson. I can give you 1 more year to try and develop into something. Sure. Marlon Davidson's back at the worst. Like I said, he can be depth. Anybody else? Is that... Oh, Keandre Coburn's on this team? Interesting. Denico Autry's here. He wants a lot of money. I think I'm going to let him go to a contender. I don't think we really need him. Nick Folk. He's kind of old. I think I could just sign another kicker in free agency. Alright, so that's what we're going to go with. We're saying our goodbyes to Derrick Henry, and we're just moving into this new stage, new era of the Tennessee Titans. So, let's take a look at this first mock draft here. So it should have like the correct picks for the most part. We are picking 7th in this draft. I would like a tackle for sure. There were a couple that I scouted. Like, I think my favorite one was... I might have passed him. Seems like I definitely passed him. He's supposed to go higher? Malcolm Trapp, yeah. So, I might have to trade up for him because I think he's going to be insane. He has all A's across the board. I would not like to trade up a lot if I don't have to. And, yeah, I don't know. Malcolm Trapp looked like he's going to be insane. All A's at tackle. He's an insane athlete. I need him. He could be like the kickstart that this rebuild needs and that Will Levis needs to develop. So we'll talk more about prospects like later in the offseason, but that's just one thing to look at, is I am probably going to draft a tackle with this first pick. So we're done with this. I'm going to look around free agency, and same as the rebuilds, I'm just going to see you guys when I figure out who I'm signing, because it's just a really long process. I'd take a little bit of time to search around. Alright, so I'm going after some people who I think the Titans could actually go after in real life. So I gave a huge deal to Robert Hunt. It doesn't seem like he really wants to be here, but I gave him a lot of money, 4-year deal, help rebuild this offensive line. He would be a great kickstart to that. A little bit older at 28, but I'm fine with that. Offensive line, like I said, I did change regression and progression sliders. Offensive linemen should not regress until they're like 33. Like, they stay alive for a pretty long time. Why am I saying alive like they die? Like, no. They just don't regress as fast. I went after Leonard Williams, another player I think that they could actually get. He would like a lot of money. I can give him a lot of money. He fits our scheme as a 3-4. He'll be our left end. Or he could also play defensive tackle, but probably left end in a 3-4. Tyler Boyd, I think, could help be another weapon. Probably play in the slot for us year one. It would help Will Levis out a lot. Just get another really good threat in the slot. He would be really helpful. Jonah Williams, I didn't give him like that crazy of a contract. I think it's like a 2-year deal. He could probably be the starting left tackle. He's fine. So hopefully he can be there. And then Adam Troutman, I did say I wanted like a big tight end. So I went out and I'm trying to sign one. But we're leading on all of these guys. So hopefully we can get them. I might even up this offer on Robert Hunt more, to be honest, because I really want him. So we're going to give him a cap hit peak of like 17. We'll probably let this contract peak at like 9.8 a year. And yeah, he really likes it. So we're going to go with this. Yeah, he should sign. So we have a lot of money, throwing it out at some pretty decent players, pretty short-term deals except for Robert Hunt. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this offseason. So let's see what we can get. Come on. Alright, so Leonard Williams has an offer now. Tyler Boyd, we're still ahead on. Yep. But we did get Robert Hunt and we did get Jonah Williams, so that's great. I am going to continue to try and make a play here on Leonard Williams. I'm just giving him a 1-year deal, so I'm fine with just going like super high on this. If he wants money, I will give it to you. 17 a year. 17 for 1 year. Let's see how he feels. Alright, so we're tied, but we are leading. So let's go through phase 2 here, see if we get him. This is so slow. Okay. And we did get Tyler Boyd, but does seem like we missed out on Leonard Williams, who did go to Arizona. So that's fine. Adam Troutman we can wait on. Seems like we're ahead. In terms of replacements, Derrick Henry went to the Texans. That's crazy. Amari Cooper, too. The Texans are going to be insane. We'll take a look at some of the people who signed. So Tyron Smith is a Raider. We saw these two went to the Texans, which is crazy. Trent Brown to the Rams. Kendall Fuller to the Bengals. Jadeveon Clowney back to the Texans. Grover Stewart to the Patriots. Awuzie to Washington. Van Ginkel still hasn't signed. Duggar to the Raiders. Robert Hunt with us. Kevin Zeitler to the Lions. Gerald Everett to the Panthers. Singletary to the Vikings, Frankie Louvu to the Cardinals, Geno Stone to the Bengals, Leonard Williams we saw went to the Cardinals, Marquise Brown playing with Bryce Young now in Carolina, Steven Nelson went back to the Texans, Odell to the Falcons, Desmond King to the Raiders, Isaiah Wynn to the Cardinals. Pretty good. Baker Mayfield to the Raiders, Bryce Huff to the Bears. I should have thought about going after Bryce Huff. He's actually pretty good. Anybody else? David Long to the Texans. Jeremy Chinn's still a free agent. Could go after him. But I think I'm just going to look for a defensive end, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. So let's just take a quick look. Yeah, Tyquan Lewis, he's still here. This is the guy I was kind of thinking of for a year. Could be solid for us. He was just really like the backup in case we don't get Leonard Williams. So competing with the Panthers, but I think we should get him. So let's sim through this last phase, and then, yeah, hopefully we can get both him and Troutman. And they're both gone. Tyquan Lewis and Adam Troutman. That's great. So going into day 2, Micah Hyde's here. Wow, Drew Tranquil's still here. Bobby Wagner, Kenny Fair. Oh, I do need a kicker. So yeah, I'm gonna sort out like the weird positions like kicker, backup quarterback, and then yeah, I'll see you guys with who I offer. All right, so going into day 2, this is who I'm looking for. Cameron Dicker the kicker. Sign him to like a 4-year deal. He should sign on. Kaiser White's probably not gonna come, but if he does, I'm just buying low on a pretty talented linebacker. Maurice Hurst, just for some defensive tackle depth. Antonio Gibson for some running back depth, also as that star dev trait. And then Joe Flacco for the mentor tag. And also, he's pretty interested in being here, so I just lowballed him, like, really, really low. And he shouldn't have to play. Malik Willis will be the backup going into next year. And, yeah, let's see if we get these guys. We'll look at that on day 2. So, yeah, I'm going to try and get the whole offseason done in this video. It's going to be a pretty long one. Yeah, hopefully the episode should be shorter than this usually, but I'm already looking at my recording, and I've been here for 45 minutes just yapping about the team, so hopefully it's not going to be this long in the future. I just know the draft is going to take like half of this time as well, so yeah, so we're here at day 2 of free agency. This is probably all that I need for actual free agents, so we'll just check and see. There we go, signed free agents. Check and see if anybody else went to a different team. So who else moved? Van Ginkel's a Raider. Mitch Morse is a Bengal. Micah Hyde's a Colt. Drew Tranquil is a Viking. Bobby Wagner's an Eagle. Anybody else important? Curtis Samuel went back to Washington. Rashid Sheed's a Bengal. Kendrick Bourne's a Bear. Okay. And then for my signings, we did get Dicker the kicker. Tyquan Lewis, Joe Flacco. And I think I missed out on 2 people. Who am I still waiting on? Oh, Maurice Hurst and Antonio Gibson. So let's just quickly see if we get these 2. Come on, sign on. And it looks like we did. Maurice Hurst and Antonio Gibson. Nice. Pretty successful free agency. That's all the moves I'm going to make for actual free agents. And let's take a look at mock draft 2, see what the experts are talking about here. So, oh, this QB jumped up a lot. Malcolm Trapp stayed where he was. Ben Barber is still here. I just like Trapp more because he can be a run blocker and a pass blocker, and I could potentially move him to left tackle if he's going to be that good. Trent Shepard looks really talented as well as a pass rusher. 2 QBs in the top 3. The Bears are looking like they're going to go with a receiver at number 1. He's not Marvin Harrison, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, for us, they just have us taking Ben Barber, but I'd like to trade up with the Chargers here and get that pick. Jamie Betts to the Broncos. Another player that I'm interested in is, when I was looking, see, even in the first round, there's a strong safety that I really like the look of. I forgot what his actual name was. And then there's that running back that's like huge. That's like the Derrick Henry replacement. I really want him. So, yeah. So other than that, we can look at pro day results and all that. I'm not going to go like too heavy into scouting just because I'm going to do that off screen, I think it'll just make the episode a little bit faster. So yeah, I think that's all the business that we have to handle for day 2. And yeah, let's go into day 3 here. I think this is focus scouting week. Am I wrong? Nope, nothing new. So we'll go to free agency recap here. Day 3 is over. And the Texans might win the Super Bowl next year in this. Their team is insane. Derrick Henry and Amari Cooper for CJ Stroud, like, that's crazy. That's insane. Alright, so we got private workouts here. Let's take a look at the scouting a little bit more. Nobody I have 100%. These QBs I have scouted, I will have to change the scouting for next year. Kind of sucks because I'm not going to draft a QB, but at least we'll know who's good, who's not. Running backs, Tyler Martin looks really talented as well. He's the other one I thought about, but Dre Bryant just looks huge, bro. 6'4", 264 is insane. So maybe we'll go with him. I don't even want to use the tackle because I'm sure that he's gonna be good. Brenton Pearson, Levi Agnew, 6'5", 234. This is a really good receiver class. Look at all these round 1 to 2 talents. It's insane. Maybe I can look at the tackle at our pick. I mean, dude, Malcolm Trapp dropped? Maybe I don't scout him. I'm going to scout Ben Barber and see how good he is. And if he is good, then we'll look at him. If he's not, then bye. I don't know why I said it like that. Ignore that, y'all. Defensive tackle, I would definitely like to draft a nose tackle. If I get a good run stopper, I'd be pretty happy with that. Anybody with A block shedding? I mean, B is like the best that we're going to get. It looks like Paul Snow. This dude looks pretty good. I prefer more of like a pure run stopper. Somebody who's just huge. Like DeMar Matthews looks pretty big. Ooh, this dude looks gonna look really good down the board. Thurman Yancey, B block shedding. A tackle, 6'3", but 343. He's huge. We'll like him. Linebackers, if I could get a good edge rusher, I would love that. Mitch Flowers, round 1 to 2. Let's see. Decent athlete. A finesse moves. Mitch Flowers could be somebody on my radar. Alright, we'll throw him in there. And then I gotta reselect the other two because of how stupid this is. Who was it? It was Dre Bryant and it was the other right tackle. It was Ben Barber. So yeah, we'll go with these guys. Yes, alright. And that's going to be our focus scouting. Hopefully I can get like close to 100% on some of them, but I'm not really sure. Mock draft 3, I don't know if we checked that. I believe this is the last one that we get to see though. Yeah, so Malcolm Trapp didn't move. So it looks like I am going to have to trade up for him. Let's see, is that edge rusher supposed to go in the first round? Doesn't look like it. Was it Mitch Flowers? It was. So he's going to go at 29. So I would have to trade back into the first to get him. Okay. A lot of talented players in this class. I really would like a shot at all of them, but that right tackle is going to be huge if I can get him. So I think we're just going to jump to the draft here, man. I don't think there's really any players on this team that can trade for draft capital unless I trade DeAndre Hopkins now, but I don't think I'm really in a position to do that with this current draft class. That doesn't look like a receiver who I'm going to trade up for. I'm not trading up to 1 for a receiver. Oh, D-Hop's a set at 84. Oh, that's annoying. It's not fun to look at. But the offensive line does look a little bit better now with some upgrades. So I do like that. Petit Frere will start. Yeah, Adam Troutman as well. This is what the team looks like. Our biggest needs are definitely like edge rusher, for sure. Defensive line. And then on offense, I would definitely say it's anywhere on the offensive line besides guard is fair game. And then we definitely need that running back as well. So yeah. We're a rebuilding team, man. We're going in, not high expectations for next year. So let's start the draft here. I'm immediately going to pause, and I'm literally calling the Chargers as soon as the draft starts, and we are talking to them about a trade up to 5. I'm going to try and work out the details off screen, and I'm just going to let you guys know what ends up happening. Alright, so this trade is pretty simple. I'm trading our first round pick this year and a third round pick next year for pick 5 in this draft from the Chargers. I would have wanted to give them Nicholas Petit Frere, but they can't afford anything, so I couldn't really throw players into this deal like I wanted to, and I don't really have the draft capital to just throw them at like extra picks, so it's fine. Still pretty realistic. It's only a 2-spot jump, so nothing serious. So pick 1 is Nick Estes out of Clemson. Justin Fields gets a new weapon. Yeah, somebody to pair up with DJ Moore. That team should be really fun. Pick number 2 is Jewett Connor out of Alabama. New QB, Sam Howell's out. Let's go, new era for them. Oh, and they fixed the picks. I just realized that. Washington has pick 2 now. That's great. Derrick Hendricks to the Patriots. Pick 3, Mac Jones. You're done. That's what they need to do. Very happy for them. Pick 4, the Cardinals. Go with Trent Shepard. Really talented defensive tackle out of Notre Dame. Looks like he's going to be a really good pass rusher and run stopper as well. Now for us, we've already talked about this pick. I think Malcolm Trapp could be like the best player in the class. All A's in terms of blocking. Elite strength. Pretty solid athlete. Yeah, A's all across the board. This is the pick. Malcolm Trapp, hidden development. 93 strength. He looks really, really, really good. Are the draft classes bugged here too? Look at his face. It's the generic face. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix all of this. Oh, it's not gonna be fun. It shouldn't be fun. Alright. We don't have a 3rd round pick in this draft, so I'm gonna go to the 2nd round. Actually, no. Let's go pick by pick. Chad Morgan, number 7 here. It's the Giants. Pick 8, Ben Barber. We literally just swapped places. They took the tackle that we would have gotten, but it's fine. Pick 8, Lonnie Downing. And we've seen all of this. I'm just going to go to the 2nd round. We know who's going to pick who because of the mock drafts. Alright, so we're here at pick 7. I don't know if I'm going to trade down. I don't think I can get a 3rd in this draft. Jimmy McClain is here. He looks really good. I don't think I'm going to take a QB here. Running back. Dre Bryant is on the board. I mean, look at those ratings, dude. How is he as an athlete? Oh, he's pretty good. Great elite strength. Good speed. Great jumping's kind of weird. A stiff arm, A trucking, A spin move, B carrying, B catching. This literally might be what Des Bryant, what Derrick Henry was. Let's keep looking around though. Jimmy McClain, I did think about. I don't think I'm gonna take him though. I think I'm good on tight end right now. I think we did what we could at offensive line. So defensively, Sean Meadows looks pretty good, but I could probably wait if I wanted him. Defensive tackle, still some decent ones on the board, but I don't think I'm going to take any of them here. I think I can wait and get somebody like a Thurman Yancey down the board, who looks pretty solid. Linebackers. Ooh, is that edge rusher still here? No, he's gone. Sucks. Oh yeah, we knew he was going to go in the 1st round. Trey Ellison's a pretty good coverage linebacker, but I'm looking for an edge rusher here. Kerry Hyde, but yeah, all these guys are around 3 to 4. Some decent DBs here, but I think I'm good on that. I have no idea what his name is, but it's banned. Looks pretty solid though. He's run support, free safety. Strong safety. The one that I wanted was gone. Oh wait, no, he's right here. It's Demarius Sampson. Yeah, he looks really good. A hit power, A tackle, B zone coverage. Really, really good athlete. Only problem with this is I would have to find a way to trade back up for the running back. And who's higher on the board right now? Who comes first? So Dre Bryant's 13, and they're back-to-back. So I'd have to find a way to trade up and get both. This could involve me trading Tremaine Edmonds in that 4th round pick. Alright, y'all. I'm going to see if I can get this pick from the Falcons just so I can be safe and get back-to-back picks. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys if I work a deal out. Alright, so it took a little bit of trying, but I'm trading for pick 42. And hopefully, I swear, if this player gets taken, I'm going to be so mad. Trading Terrell Edmonds, a 4th round pick this year, a 5th round pick next year, and a 3rd round pick in 2 years for pick 42. And that right tackle just to make the money work. So, I need Washington and Atlanta to not take a running back, because what I am going to do is I'm going to take the strong safety first. And he's probably going to play free safety for me as well. That's the other thing. I didn't favorite anybody. I don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah. They're 14 picks down the board, but I'm not risking it. I have to play this safely. Demarius Sampson, 95 speed. I mean, I knew he was a good athlete, but damn, 95 speed, 87 jumping, hidden dev, he looks great. So yeah, he's probably going to be our free safety. And now, 2 picks. I'm going to be so mad if this running back goes. Earl Williams and Justin Brown. All right. So we are going to kick their... rough sentence. We're going to kickstart this rebuild with a lot of very cool players. Dre Bryant, 6'4", 264, good athlete, great strength. Welcome to the team. 88 strength, 91 speed is pretty solid. He literally is just a Derrick Henry replacement. Yeah, he's going to be insane. I'm going to have to fix the faces and all of that because, of course, Madden is bugged with everybody's draft class. It sucks. Let's go to the 5th round here. I traded a lot of draft capital in this draft, so I'm not too happy about that, but I think we'll still be able to build to the draft. We still have our top picks, but the depth is not going to be there in future years. We can always recuperate it. Shouldn't be that bad. So let's take a quick little look around. I don't know who's still here. 5th round. That D tackle is not going to be here, is he? Because he was day 3. Yeah, these are all potential UDFA guys. Anybody with like decent block shedding? Callum Weaver, but he's UDFA. Brian Barnett's not bad. This guy looks pretty good. Nolan Knight, pretty good ratings. B finesse moves, B tackles, C power moves. I don't hate it. Decent athlete, sure, we'll go with him. Nolan Knight, nothing. Not that great. Alright, 6th round here. I'm going to make the rest of these picks just because, why not? Could be some good UDFAs. I didn't really check that deep into the draft class because I didn't really want to know those things. I just want to make sure the top was balanced. Just round 2 or 3 receivers still here. It's kind of crazy. I would give you a new first name, but like, is he not good? Does he have like bad injury? He looks solid, literally at everything. Needs to work on simple concentration drops. Ooh. Exceptional body control, fights for every single inch. No issues climbing the ladder to make a catch. Avoids big hits. Excels at creating yards after the catch. Let's get him, bro. He looks interesting. 6'2", 224. He kind of looks like Traylon Burks, to be honest. Saunders. We'll give him a new first name because whatever the creator gave him was not an actual name. And with this last pick, let's see. Oh wait, we have 2 7th round picks. Hooray. Just want to take a flyer on some of these guys who are falling. Mitch Brown. You're bad at everything. So like the last guy at least was good at some stuff. You're not. Outside linebackers. Ooh, who is Ron Morris here? B block shedding, B pursuit, A tackle. Pretty solid athlete. Let's get him. Not bad. Day 3. Alright. And then pick 22 here. Let's see. Alright. Tony Sheffield guy's still here, but he wasn't that good. Let me just look around the top here, see if there's anything. Brian Barnett I did talk about earlier. He doesn't look horrible. Fits our scheme too. What about Steve Hitchens? Is he okay? We'll see. Ooh, Ezekiel Bayless. Fits our scheme. Solid ratings. Good, decent athlete. Okay. What about Brian Barnett? Did we look at him? Yeah, he looks pretty solid. Let's take him. Brian Barnett. Not bad. I think our top picks were really good, though, so I'm really happy with those. So let's go to the end of the draft here. We'll see where everybody went. We'll take a look at our picks, and yeah, we'll look at like the overall team. I will do training camp probably in the next episode. In episode 2, we'll start with the training camp and probably do preseason, and then we'll go from there. I'm probably just going to play the moments in preseason, but hey, draft recap time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a crazy class. Malcolm Trapp is an 80 overall. So is Demarius Sampson. And Dre Bryant's a 79. So what a way to kickstart this. Like I said, Demarius Sampson is going to play free safety for us. Yeah, the faces didn't fix. So that's one thing I'm going to do before the next episode is I'll go in, I'll change all the faces. Make them accurate. Make them actually look like real people. Yeah, Demarius Sampson, does he go up at free safety by any chance? Probably the same. Yeah, still an 80, but he'll be our free safety. Yeah, Malcolm Trapp, amazing right tackle. Really helps kickstart this rebuild. And then Dre Bryant is literally just going to be our Derrick Henry. I mean, what are his ratings? 88 carrying is pretty solid. 83 break tackle. 88 stiff arm. Oh, wait. What was I looking at before? 83 break tackle. Oh, it's 83 ball carrier vision. Still has 81 juke and 83 spin. It's pretty solid. 93 trucking. 70 catching. Yeah, you can kind of do it all. But, like we said, Tyjae Spears will also be catching passes, so. Nolan Knight's a 68. Saunders is a 69. 66 for Ron Morris. Not bad. What name will we give you? Random rookie receiver. We'll call you, something Saunders. We'll call him... Kavon. No, there needs to be an apostrophe there. Yeah, it's like Kayvon Wallace, but this is Kavon. Kavon Saunders. Cool. And yeah, I'll change all the numbers, get all the gear done by the next episode, so yeah, when you guys see me next, everybody will be swagged out and everything. I'm not going to do it for every rookie. I might have to. Because we're going to have to see them in game, and it's going to be really ugly seeing like all the rookies wearing 22, and yeah, it's going to be stupid. So, yeah, that's basically it for the draft. We're here, 2024 season. Let's take a look at what the team looks like, and then we'll end the episode. So, let's see. I will do this. Alright, so this is what the team basically looks like. Going into the year, Will Levis starting quarterback. Malik Willis will be the backup. I almost traded him, by the way. Not that I wanted to, but that I just thought he would have decent value. Yeah, Will Levis looks crazy in this picture. Yeah, so Dre Bryant's going to start. Behind him, Tyjae Spears will catch all the passes out of the backfield. And Antonio Gibson just depth in case an injury happens. Receiver, D-Hop still an 84. I hope he got the mentor tag somehow. He did. Let's go. That's great. I don't know if he already had it, but I think he might have just gotten it. But that's going to really help Treylon Burks a lot in his development. And then also, we have Tyler Boyd, who's going to be our slot receiver. Saunders is 70 overall, so he might get some playing time. I think I'm going to play him over Kyle Phillips now that we have a slot receiver in Tyler Boyd. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Offensive line looks completely revamped. Skoronski looks great. Robert Hunt's great. Trapp is obviously great. Jonah Williams and Brewer will look to upgrade in the future. And then we still have Petit Frere and Andre Dillard as depth. Pretty happy. I'm really happy with how the offensive line looks. At tight end, we have Chigakonkwo and Adam Troutman. Hopefully we can get some 2 tight end sets in there. I don't think Cincinnati really runs that, so maybe in the future a playbook change is inevitable. Defensively, didn't make too many big changes. I think the draft was really where we hit home. Getting Demarius Sampson looks really, really good. 81 overall is what he's playing up to. But other than that, we didn't make any actual additions. We really just lost people. Danico Autry lost, but we did add Maurice Hurst, Tyquan Lewis, who kind of look like brothers in these 2 pictures. We drafted Nolan Knight. Could develop into being something, maybe, possibly. We'll see about him. CPU signed Kendall Sheffield and Darius Phillips. That's fine, I guess. They can be on the team. Roger McCreary, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Caleb Farley. That's basically our core, though. So we'll let those guys rock. Linebackers looks like this. Safety is still Amani Hooker, Sampson, Molden. Molden's actually going to move back to corner for me. And then Kayvon Wallace will just be the backup free safety. So yeah, that's basically what the team's going to look like. For the next episode, like I said, I'll get all the numbers and gear and all their faces correct, hopefully. and I'm gonna probably go through and do it with every rookie. So you guys probably won't see this episode for a while because I'm gonna want to post this closer to when I'm able to upload the next episode. So yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this pilot episode. Let's get this video to... Damn. Let's get this video to... Yo, can we get this to 20 likes? I might be asking for a lot. Can we get this to 20 likes for the pilot episode, bro? That'd be crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.